Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm your friendly neighborhood basement dweller, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet. And today we're going on an adventure all the way up north to Owen Sound, where we're going to be taking a look at the final standing Blockbuster video within Canada. Now, I'm a bit of a techno villager myself, and I didn't grow up with Blockbuster, but whenever I was visiting my cousins, we always thought it was a great deal to go into Blockbuster, see what was available, and if you always wanted to take something home, they always had a lot of video games, a lot of movies, all that fun stuff. Now, back in the 90s, being a consumer was a big thing, and being a consumer was part of the hobbies that you did. You went around, you found things, you bought things that you wanted, and you searched for other ones. Say you wanted all the Amityville horror movies, that was an adventure. You went out, you were a consumer, and you went to search for some of this stuff. And my wife's search for Amityville horror videos, it brought her to Blockbuster. It wasn't just a place where you could rent movies. Although, if you wanted Terminator 2 back in the day when that was released, that was about the only place you could find it. And they had this thing where it was always frickin' there. It would just be there. And they had a whole wall of it. And that was a crazy thing back in the day. Now, back in the day, I didn't have Blockbuster once again. We had these small stores where your video had to be back by about 3:30 the next day. But Blockbuster had the best deals, and they always had what you wanted. Or they had something really cool else like that. And they had, 3 days you could have it for. Anyways, I'm sure most of you guys already remember this stuff or have stories of your own, so let's just get to this adventure, shall we? Of course, all Canadian adventure starts with a round of Timmy's. Now, with the power of Canadian caffeine, time is a thing of the past, and I can motor my way right on up to Owen Sound, where we will find the coveted Blockbuster video. So while traveling north, I found another relic of the past, the Becker's, which was one of these tiny places that I could rent videos from way back in the early 90s. Alright folks, after a real adventure, we finally made it to Blockbuster Video, and man, there's been 2 other people getting pictures with Blockbuster since I've been here. So as I sit here, that's like the 3rd car that came by to get pictures with this place. The locals say that it's pretty popular. It's in a relatively busy place, so I don't see why the property hasn't been sold yet, but if you go right up to it, you'll find that the inside is basically the same as it's always been. Of course, there's the golden ticket, Blockbuster, and over here we got someone playing, I think it's a Nintendo, as we can see on the inside. It's pretty much the same as it was when it was left. Check that stuff out. Man, that's pretty cool. Man, it definitely really takes you back. And as I said, there have been 3 people stopping here to take pictures already, and apparently the locals say they're completely used to it. There's a quick drop box, and I almost feel like buying a DVD to throw it in there because, man, this place probably hasn't seen a DVD in a dog's age. They still got some of their original cables and whatnot. I'm really surprised with the crowd this brings out. Right next door we have a Tim Hortons that is really busy, and this basically seems to be the parking lot full of people waiting to pick up their family after the shift ends. So this thing's definitely a real relic of our past. Apparently there was 2 Blockbuster videos within Owen Sound, and no one can quite tell me why this thing is still here. I mean, especially in this day and age, real estate in Canada just goes really quick. I find it hard to believe they couldn't figure out another buyer to be here, but as a little piece of history, it definitely is very cool. And like I said, I was in the parking lot for about 15 minutes, and 3 people showed up to get pictures with this thing, with the Blockbuster video. One of them said that they even had their Blockbuster card with them. It sounds like people come from as far away from Toronto to get a picture with this place. It's definitely real nice to have it. One of the original employees is still in town and operating another VHS or DVD store, I should say. Geez, probably Blu-ray by this time, right? I hope he does well. These guys in the car, they called me tourist. The girl called me a tourist. She had a big smile on, so that was funny. Anyways, it was a nice adventure. But that's it for me, folks. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Like and subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. More importantly, folks, take care of each other. Have a good one.